Good morning. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, y'all. How we doing? You got your morning coffee or what? Well, interesting day today, huh? Yesterday was insane, man. Oh my gosh. And I didn't play any of it, but if you look back at the YouTube video yesterday, it's actually it's actually hilarious how much we called right at the end. Very unfortunate. Oh, snap. Wait. Why every single day I forget to do this? Hold on. Sorry. Every single day I forget to do this. Okay. Okay, sorry. I always forget to update the stupid 821 1 to 1,000 slip for everyone who maybe missed it, maybe didn't miss it. I'm not sure. But I always forget to update it, so now it's updated. All right. Work our way into the single screen here. This is the slip. I can't say I love it. I cannot say that I love it. Um, it's okay. I mean, it just seems like risky. I don't know. I mean, it hasn't worked out yet for me using like the chalk names in general. Like usually I'll have like a Schwarber or a Cal Raleigh or somebody. But I mean, actually, you know what? Hold on. I feel like actually Riley Green is like he's got to be. Oh, he's only at 15 homers this year. Okay, he's kind of slowed down a little bit. Moniak at 9. Yeah, it's an okay slip. I mean, let's be honest though. The slate today doesn't look incredibly great for home runs. Um, Product of what we've got to work with. Really, that's what this slip is. This slip is a product of what we have to work with, so we're gonna work with it. I mean, that's the best we can do right now. Yeah. All right. Let's get into the games. Let's go game by game here and do the usual, where we go one by one, talk about everything, and get it cooking. Let's see, Mariners Cubs. All right. Well, first and foremost, I think the Cubs win this game. Let's see what their odds are. Yeah, Cubs minus 144, minus 145. I think that's pretty good value, actually. George Kirby, who's been pretty tough. Matthew Boyd's been pretty solid. Cubs offense is just red hot. Just stupid red hot, honestly. So I feel like it's pretty hard to fade the Cubs right now. Even yesterday, they were down 8-3 and still somehow almost won. So yeah, I like the Cubs in this game overall, but let's go through just kind of batters and see if anybody matches up well here. Kyle Tucker does. I do like Kyle Tucker today. I think he matches up really well in this game. Honestly, this is one of the better games in general for home runs. Like, this is one I feel like you kind of want to be all over early on here. Some SGPs might do you well. I don't know. Personally, I don't. I mean, I did yesterday, but I don't really like taking like a guy in the early game and then the rest of the slip is all guys in the late game, because then if the early guy misses, the whole rest of the slip is chalked. You know what I mean? So maybe an SGP opportunity here, but if we look at the Mariners lineup, JP Crawford at a 5.92 is the best here, but he hasn't really hit very well versus lefties, so I probably don't think there's much there for him. Cal Raleigh does hit well versus lefties. His pitch mix is okay. With the wind blowing out, I mean, I feel like Cal Raleigh's probably a pretty good option for a home run today. Just pretty standard stuff there. Nothing groundbreaking about that. Julio Rodriguez could be a decent option, but his pitch mix is pretty bad. Dylan Moore is never touching a slip again, so don't even think about it, Dylan. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Dylan Moore is. You know what? I'll show you why. Let me just show you why Dylan Moore is never touching a slip again. Oh, by the way, chat, in case you were wondering, I found out this is a fox. I thought it was a coyote. It's actually just a fox that's lost its hair. So we're good. Not going to die. This is why Dylan Moore doesn't see a slip. Day 12 of the 1 to 1,000 challenge. Only guy that didn't hit a home run. He got pulled. He was playing so bad, he got pulled from the game in the 5th inning. So yeah, Dylan Moore, you're I don't give. You could have a 1,000,000% chance to hit a home run today. I'm not touching you. Yeah, Sim is updated already. I wouldn't be live if it wasn't. Dylan Moore, get your ass out of here, brother. So yeah, he's not being touched. So really, Cal Raleigh, I guess. On the other side, though, like I said, Kyle Tucker looks really good today, and he's been hitting the ball hard. Kyle Tucker has been, at least in that Brewers series, I feel like everything he did was high exit velocity. Yeah, Kyle Tucker is. What are his odds while we're doing that? Plus 320. Okay. It's a little bit lower than I'd like to see it. Yeah, he had some good hits here. 105, a 97, a 96, a 93, 100.6. They all looked really good coming off the bat. They just died out a little bit. I like Kyle Tucker today, though. So, yeah. I also like PCA, but he's more of like a home run or bust guy today. Oh, actually, no. He does hit 304 versus righties. He just doesn't match up insanely well versus the pitch mix, 5.66. But all things considered, that's like second best on the team, so I feel like you could take Pete Crow today as well. PCA at plus 330. Yeah, once again, that's actually better than Tucker's. Seiya could be another good option here, plus 300. They're all around that same plus 330 level, every single one of these guys. But those three all look really good for a home run today. Longer shot would probably be Carson Kelly if he plays. We'll see. I don't know. Might play Reese McGuire. I'm not sure who's going to play today as catcher, but if it's Carson Kelly, he's okay. His pitch mix is actually pretty solid here. That could be a decent option as well. So Tucker, Suzuki, and Crow Armstrong as like the chalk plays. Carson Kelly or even Michael Busch. Those two actually both look pretty good as well. There's a lot of guys you could take on the Cubs today for home runs, especially if the wind is blowing out, which looks like there's good home run weather. So, yeah, you can make a nice little SGP here with these guys. You could take them and run them into later slips. You could take them as straights, whatever you want to do. I think the Cubs look pretty darn good today. I like them all around. So, that's the first game of the day. Next game, Rangers versus Pirates. So nobody on the Pirates. I wouldn't touch anybody on the Pirates. Their pitch mix ratings are terrible. They don't match up against DeGrom well at all, which isn't really a surprise. DeGrom is elite. Yeah, how about Busch? Yeah, I just mentioned Busch is also good. There's like 5 people on the Cubs that are good today, realistically. Not all 5 are going to hit home runs, but, you could take your pick. They all look pretty solid today. No one has a crazy good pitch mix rating in that game, but Kyle Tucker's probably the best. Anyways, on this game, once again, like the highest we're seeing in this pitch mix is only a 5 out of 10, 5.7. So nothing crazy. Nobody that's just like a standout must take. Josh Smith looks good across the board though, like for hits, runs, RBIs. He hits leadoff, which is always great for hits, runs, and RBIs, and hits because he gets more at bats than anybody else on his team. He's hitting 304 versus righties. His home run isn't really great. Not that interested in him for a home run. I mean, maybe. Is he even going to play today? He doesn't have odds. Maybe he's not playing today. We'll see. Wyatt Langford's okay, 4.68. Seager looks rough. Garcia looks rough. Berger looks. None of these guys really have good. Yeah, this game is, in my opinion, not that exciting. Yeah, just not that exciting. The Rangers are always kind of tough to take for home runs too. How do the Rangers? I don't think the Rangers do well as a team on home runs, if I'm not mistaken. Let's find out. Texas is 19th, 76 homers. They're not not a huge home run hitting team, and Pittsburgh is last. So this matchup in general, hard to really rely on home runs in a game where both teams are essentially bottom 10. So not a huge fan there. Tigers Rays. Well, we already talked about Riley Green being on the 1/1000 slip. I do like Riley Green today. He has the best pitch mix rating. Well, I guess besides Winseal Perez, but Winseal's a low sample size. But Riley Green here, 31% weather boost. It is in Tampa Bay. If you've been watching any of those games at that field, it's a Little League ballpark. I mean, these guys, especially left-handed hitters hitting to right field, they only got to hit it like 330 for a home run, which is nothing, right? So it's a fly out in most ballparks. All they got to do is just hit one 330. A lot of these guys do that every single game. He hits 1.89 total bases per hit. He strikes out a lot versus righties. Baz does give up home runs, though. If we look at the pitch mix, curveballs. Secondary pitchers, a curveball. Riley Green is really good against a curveball. So that's why I like him today. That's why I have him on the 1/1000 slip. 27% chance at a home run, plus 270 fair value. They're giving you Riley Green here at plus 440 or plus 425. That's pretty good. I do like Riley Green today. Kerry Carpenter, his pitch mix is low. His home runs odds are okay, right? But his pitch mix is just low. He struggles probably against a curveball, if I had to guess. Yeah, he's negative against a curveball. So that's why his pitch mix is low. He's okay against a fastball, but nothing crazy. Really, Riley Green's Kerry Carpenter's good against slider and cutter, which he's not going to really see those today. So Kerry Carpenter, I mean, he's okay if he gets like a hanger or something, right? He's always a good home run option, but at plus 400, plus 370, like it's okay. I like Riley Green a little bit more. I do. Winseal, if he plays today, he's only got one book that has him up today. But, I mean, if he plays, he's maybe an okay long shot. He's just such a small sample size hitter. Only 47 at-bats. He hits it hard, but, yeah, nothing really exciting about him. Torque is not really a home run guy versus righties. You take him against lefties. I guess, maybe, okay, about 5% of his at-bats are home runs versus righties, but his splits versus lefties are a lot higher. He's pretty average against the fastball and the curveball. Yeah, Torque for me, I'm really, if I'm ever on Torkelson, it's against a left-handed pitcher, generally. His batting average is really low, and he strikes out a lot versus righties. So, he could, but I'm more interested in Green and Carpenter as 1 and 2. Torque is okay, but yeah. I mainly just target him against lefties. On the other side, Brandon Lowe, his pitch mix is low, but his power stats are good. He just doesn't match up that well here against Jack Flaherty. He does have a home run against him. He's 1 for 2 with a homer. And like I said, it is a Little League ballpark, so he doesn't really need to do that much to hit a home run. It's not like he's playing in Kansas City, for example, or something where like he would need to mash a ball. He really just needs to get decent contact on one, and he can hit a home run. But if you look at the pitch mix, he's not that good against a fastball. He's pretty bad against a slider. He's not that good against a curveball, and that's really all he's going to see. He's really good against a changeup and the cutter, which he's not going to see today. So he's okay. He just doesn't match up that well against Flaherty. And Flaherty, I'm pretty sure he doesn't really give up home runs. Oh, he does give up home runs this year, actually. So yeah, he's okay. Same with Caminero, very similar. Like, just doesn't match up well in the pitch mix, but he's got good power stats versus righties. He's okay. Aranda's just... His total bases per hitter is so low. He hits it really hard. I'll give you that. Aranda does hit it really hard. Some would say he's due. Some would say Aranda is due. He's better on the pitch mix than Caminero and Lowe. His hard hit rate is just so high. 54% of the balls he hits are hard. That's a really good indicator, at least. But his launch angles just kind of suck. This one's crazy. 103, 35, 391, but it was an out. That's tough. But look at these. A lot of these hard hit balls, the launch angle only 5 degrees, 13 degrees. 41 degrees is way too high. 11 degrees, 15 degrees, 26. That's better. That should possibly be a home run, but it wasn't. 2 degrees, negative 4 degrees. You know, he finally had one here on the 13th against Clay Holmes, but he does hit it hard a lot. He's okay. He's not terrible. I like him for everything else, though. I think Aranda's a really good candidate for other props, hits, runs, RBIs, things like that. Hitting 341 versus righties. He's got the best pitch mix on the team. It's a neutral matchup for him, but yeah, Aranda's pretty solid all around. Same with Yandy Diaz and Lowe. I mean, Lowe, Diaz, and Aranda all look good for like general props. Mangum's been on a bit of a heater, but his pitch mix is bad, so I probably would fade him today. Flaherty's a good pitcher. I got to be honest. Flaherty's a really good pitcher. But yeah, it's a little league ballpark. There should be some home runs here today. Like I said, Riley Green, Kerry Carpenter, maybe Torkelson, maybe Perez. Not really interested in those two that much. Brandon Lowe, Caminero, and maybe Aranda. Kind of who I would stick around. Let's see what Aranda's odds are. I doubt they're plus 600. Yeah, 520 is okay. I would like to see him at the 600 level. I really would, but we're not going to get that. Caminero at 400 is pretty good value, and Brandon Lowe at 350 now. I mean, that's all right, too. It's not terrible, 330. It's pretty much fair value. About 23, 22% is what they have him at. So, pretty much what we have him at. But yeah, lots of good options in this one for sure. Orioles, Yankees. What's the weather looking like here? 35% ballpark factor increase in home runs. That is huge. Sugano versus Fried. Sugano gives up home runs. Fried doesn't. So if we look at how the Orioles match up here, bad. Not really interested in the Orioles today. Really not. Not against Fried. He's too good. He doesn't allow home runs. He's pitching really well, especially at home. Fried's splits at home are incredible. So, I in good faith, just can't really say the Orioles are fun for home runs today. But the other side here, I don't know if Ben Rice is playing. I don't think he is. Is Ben Rice? Did he get recalled recently? No, I think he's still on the team. Yeah, he started as catcher. Yeah, they got to play Ben Rice today. They have to play Ben Rice today. If you're the manager and you look at his pitch mix and how he matches up against Sugano, you have to. Yeah, this is my own site. I feel like you have to play Ben Rice today with how he matches up here. He's pretty solid against fastball. Well, Sugano throws a little bit of everything, but he's really good against a splitter, which is the secondary pitch, but almost the primary pitch. I like Ben Rice today. I hope he plays because I think he's a great option for a home run. He has some odds up. Pinnacle, ESPN, Bet365, 298. I mean, it's kind of a scam line. I can't lie to you. Plus 300 is a bit of a scam. Should not be plus 300. That should be plus 350. But we'll see what DK and FanDuel come out for him when he gets put in the lineup. Hondo, I didn't really look at your list. Well, we haven't gotten to half of those games. Actually, we haven't gotten to like 90% of those games. The only game we looked at would have been Dansby Swanson. Aaron Judge, 7.14. I mean, can't take Judge today. At 165, 176, you just can't take him again. They're giving you home run odds as if Aaron Judge is hitting a home run every single day, and he hasn't hit one in a while. He went on a heater, but then now he's been ice cold. So you can't take Judge at these odds. You just can't. Does he hit one today? Probably. I don't know. Jazz is okay, and Trent is okay today too. Jazz just doesn't match up too well in the pitch mix, unfortunately. But his odds are pretty good. 390 is not bad. And same with Trent here. Plus 310, I like that. So Rice, Jazz, and Trent look really good today. Yeah, that's it. Rice, Jazz, and Trent. If you're taking Judge, you might as well just take him for like a double or hits runs. I don't know. You can't take him at 166 for a home run or 160 for a home run. 165. Yeah, it's just terrible. But Yankees look really good today for home runs. Rice is probably going to be my favorite if he plays. If we get some Rice lines, he's probably my favorite. I see the top batters against pitch mix. We'll get to that at the end. We're just going through game by game right now. White Sox, Jays. Jays. Davis Martin versus Spencer Turnbull. Turnbull's only pitched like 4 innings this year. Davis Martin does give up home runs. Turnbull hasn't yet, but we don't really take White Sox for home runs anyway. Not really a point. If we go back to this, White Sox are 28th. They only have 58 homers on the year. There's no reason to be taking them for home runs. On the other side, someone said Addison Barger in the chat. His matchup isn't that good today, actually. He is the best option to hit a home run today on this team. 567 is fair value. They're giving you him at 460 and 425. Let's see why he doesn't match up well. Versus Davis Martin, he actually is good against a fastball, but he's bad against the other two pitches that he throws. So, I mean, he's good against a fastball. He could do some work against a fastball. Barger could be okay today. I think out of anybody on the Jays, it would be Barger. Vladdy, not great. His power numbers versus righties this year are just so bad. 6 homers and 213 at bats, only 1.52 total bases per hit. That being said, though, he does hit pretty well against righties. Vladdy's good for general props. Bo Bichette's good for general props. George Springer's okay. Kind of it. Yeah. I think Vladdy and Bo Bichette, if you're doing like hits or hits, runs, RBIs, that's okay for this game. And then Barger, I guess, would be the long shot for a home run, but not particularly in love with it overall this game. Just not too much in love with it. That said, though, Toronto should win this game. So if you're looking at the money line, yeah, I think Toronto even -1.5 could be good. Braves Marlins, we can't even do this game. We have a pitcher making his debut. Mets Phillies. 30% increase in home run. So high humidity in Philly. That's what that means. I think the Phillies win this game. Blade Tidwell. I mean, Blade hasn't done anything. Blade's only pitched like 1 inning, or no, he has 3 innings this year, and he had 6 earned runs in 3 innings. This is a really tough game to look at as well. We have no pitch mix ratings because he doesn't even qualify to have a pitch mix yet because he only pitched 3 innings. So therefore, we can't get any home run probabilities. Tough. Very tough look in this game. Unfortunately, it's basically another debut pitcher. It's very similar to the Atlanta Braves. This guy's a rookie. No data there. For the Mets, though, against Zach Wheeler, I mean, it's tough. Zach Wheeler's one of the best pitchers in baseball. Alonso matches up okay against him from like a power perspective, like hits, but Wheeler's elite, so pitch mix ratings are all going to be low because he throws really, really well. We just go look at it. He's 1.27, 2.43. I mean, he's really those two pitches. Sometimes this. He's positive runs above average against every pitch. He has an elite slider. 2.43 runs above average for a pitcher is elite. So he has an elite slider. He has a really strong fastball, 1.27 runs above average. Pretty much matches Alonso on that at 1.22. So I personally wouldn't really take any Mets today against Wheeler. They probably have history. Yeah, 2 for 21. That's terrible. What's Soto? 3 for 15. That's terrible. What's Lindor? 5 for 17. That's better. Lindor's better. Nimmo, 5 for 21. That's pretty bad. McNeil, 4 for 12. That's pretty solid, but that's a small sample size. So yeah, you can see they haven't done well against him. I would fade him. Pretty tough to take anyone against Tidwell. We don't know what he's gonna look like. He looked really bad in the only game he played. So, yeah, I'm probably just gonna stay away from this game overall. Schwarber back to back, maybe. Once again, we just don't have a pitch mix rating, so I don't know how he's gonna match up. And Schwarber also was against a bullpen last night too. Reds Cardinals. Oh yeah, Reds Cardinals. I mean, Ellie looks really good here at 7 out of 10 for Ellie today. Ellie matches up well. You could take Ellie for anything. I think he really looks good today against Payante. Right-handed batters have done really well against Payante too, though. So like you could look at Stevenson. 6.42 is another good one. Friedel, he's a lefty, but he also matches up pretty well. 6.68. I think Friedel's probably the best option here for like general props. Or Ellie. The games you think with no homers? I don't know. We'll see. Can we get a pitch mix leaderboard in the sim? There's been one since it came out for like 2 weeks now. On the other side, Ivan Herrera looks probably like the best option and probably the only option on the Cardinals today. 7.74 is really good. So Ivan Herrera looks pretty good here today. Brewers Twins. This might be a no home run game for you. Mizorowski has looked insane. Joe Ryan dominates the Brewers. There's nothing here. This might be a no home run game. Yeah, this very well could be a no home run game. If Mizorowski looks like he did. I don't think the Brewers are hitting one today. I just don't see how they do. They struggle against Joe Ryan. They really struggle against him. Yelich, he's 0 for 3. I don't like any of the Brewers for a home run today, and I don't like any of the Twins for a home run today. So that's a possible no home run game. D-backs Rockies. This could be a really good one for homers or just general props. Should be a high scoring game, 6-6. In favor of the Diamondbacks. Good weather here. It's in Colorado. The ball's gonna fly. Austin Gomber. I mean, he's only pitched once. These pitch mixes are all thrown off. That's the problem. Is these pitch mixes are all thrown off because he's only pitched once this year. So I would just rely on these metrics here. Like Perdomo looks great for general props. Lourdes Gurriel looks really good too today. 278 for general props. Eugenio Suarez, he actually hits really bad against righties or lefties. Sorry. So I would fade Suarez today. Although he is home run or bust. 2.50 total bases, but only 1.29 or 0.129 batting average. He either hits a home run or he gets out. That's all he does, which is kind of funny. I don't know if Corbin Carroll's going to play against a lefty. Maybe he will. He's not in there now. But on the other side, a lot of these guys look pretty good. Hunter Goodman, he's on a tear. Only problem is Hunter Goodman's odds are just cooked. Plus 240 is just... I mean, he's getting Shohei Ohtani, Cal Raleigh odds for a home run here, which is nuts. Can't really justify that. I do like Moniak, and I do like McMahon here, though. We have Moniak on the... Totally is not a bad option either. But we do have Moniak on the 1-to-1,000 challenge. So I think Moniak is a good play here. He does have a home run against Gallen. 2 for 6 with a homer. 2.06 total bases per hit versus left or right-handed pitching. 8 homers and 152 at bats. Yeah, he's been doing pretty well. He really is good against a fastball, which is what he's going to see most of the time, half the pitches. And then the other pitch he's going to see is a curveball, and he's also really good against that. Changeups where he struggles, but that's only 14% of the pitches. Same with the slider, only 8% of the pitches. So Moniak matches up pretty solid today. It's 5.22 out of 10. I do like him as a home run candidate today in this game. We'll see if we can get an update to this. I'll try to figure out how we can get an update to the pitch mix for the Diamondbacks. Maybe I'll use some old pitch data for Gomber. You're looking in the wrong place? I got you. Yeah, it's in the all game projections tab. It's also in the game sim, so when you go to the game, you can see them here. But yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. The MLB sim is sick. Appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah, this should be a great game. Should be a great game. Astros Angels. Another one with good weather here. Altuve looks solid from a power perspective, not great from a pitch mix. Pena looks good from a pitch mix, but okay from a power perspective. Paredes, same thing. Against the lefty here. Once again, against the lefties here for the Astros. Cam Smith, I really thought we were going to get him yesterday. He had a lined out sharply to center. He almost hit one. Just missed it. Hunter Brown, I really would not take anybody against Hunter Brown. Angels look tough today. Tidwell, 44% four seam, 22% slider, 30% changeup. Yeah, I know, Court, but that's only 3 innings worth of data. You know what I mean? That's only against, like, I don't know, 10 batters, 15 batters, whatever it is. So that could dramatically change just from one start. I'm sure it's going to be similar. But really what I want is I want the data of how well he... So I'll show you the data point that I need for it to be actually, like, worth it. This middle part, the percentages, yeah, that's okay. That's mainly for the bat, like, just to analyze the batter, like how they do against that pitch. But what's really important is the runs above average for the pitcher on his pitch. Basically, how good is that fastball? How good is that slider? How good is that changeup, right? And right now his numbers are cooked because he only had 3 innings and he gave up like 6 runs in it. So it's pretty hard to take any of that data seriously on such a small sample size. if we imported it, I think every single batter on the Astros would probably have a 10 out of 10 rating. Like literally everyone would have a 10 out of 10 rating because his are so bad from that one appearance. So I'm treating it like it's a debut for Tidwell. I'm treating it like it's his debut because it basically is. So we'll see what we get out of him, and then next time he comes around, we'll know. But I also really don't know how many innings he's going to go. That's another tough part to the equation with a guy like that on such a small sample size. Isaac Paredes today, he's just such a bad hitter against lefties. 133. He looks exactly like Eugenio Suarez. Pretty much his only hits versus lefties are home runs. I think 2 out of his 3 hits versus lefties, or 2 out of his 4 hits against lefties are home runs. Like, a guy who has 4 hits and 30 at bats against lefties is just tough to take. Against Kikuchi, he does have a home run though. Maybe he's okay, but this is just such a tough number for me to look at and be like, yeah, I want to take him for something today. That 133 is so low. And maybe it's just bad variance. Maybe he comes back. But same thing with Christian Walker, 135. It's just tough. Altuve and Pena are a lot better against lefties. Same with Yainer Diaz, 250, a lot better. Pena, 341, a lot better. Although he's not a big power guy, but still. So yeah, Isaac and Christian Walker. Yeah, I mean, Christian Walker has no homers against lefties, but Paredes is just pure power. That's it. But yeah, once again, Angels, they don't match up well against Hunter Brown at all. At all. Trout's the best, and he's a 3 out of 10. 0 for 3 versus Hunter Brown. That's just tough. That's just tough. So, I mean, this one, although it's decent weather for a home run, maybe a couple guys on the Astros, but I can't say that I'm in love with it. Especially if we look at the odds here. Let's see if there's even any good odds. Like, how's Cam Smith at 680? I mean, yeah, that's decent to run back today. Walker's not great. I mean, Paredes at 550 isn't bad. Isaac at 550 isn't bad. He hits so bad against lefties. It's hard. It's really hard to like. And Pena, again, at 750. Like, it's not bad, but he just doesn't hit power. Altuve is probably the best here at plus 600. Trout at 330 and 370, I would not touch. I have him with an 11% chance to hit a home run. Like I said, his pitch mix is terrible. He's over 3 against Hunter Brown. Hunter Brown's fastball is elite, and so is his slider. 2 runs above average for a fastball. He throws it 60% of the time. Like, that's an insanely good fastball. 2.62 is an insanely good fastball. Do I have a YouTube channel? Yeah, I do. I'll put it in the chat. I'm going to post it. It takes probably about 2 hours to get uploaded, but I'm going to repost this video on YouTube. Oops. They go on my YouTube channel. So there it is. You can have the link there, sub to it, and it gets posted. What'd you say about PCA yesterday? But yeah, Hunter Brown just is such an elite pitcher. And he doesn't really give up home runs. Only 0.47 projected allowed. So, yeah, tough. If anybody, yeah, it's Trout. Like, if there's anybody that hits a home run today that I'd be comfortable with, it's Trout. But at plus 370 in this matchup, that's terrible odds. They're baiting people who are like, oh, it's Mike Trout. He hits home runs. You know, people who would not know the matchup is bad would take that. But I personally couldn't take that. I don't think it's worth it. So, not worth it. Royals Padres. Is Tatis going to play, or is he hurt? Is he hurt? Wild little 9th inning here in this game. If Tatis plays today, I actually don't mind him. Machado matches up well too. Gavin Sheets is a pretty good option here, actually. I think his odds are probably going to be really favorable too. Let's see. Tatis, his odds aren't worth it. Gavin Sheets, though, at plus 560. I don't know why DraftKings has him at 370, but a plus 560 for Gavin Sheets. I like that. Don't matter the matchup nor whether he just goes. I don't think so. PCA didn't hit a home run yesterday. Or did he? He might have. No, Swanson did. Oh, he did. Bottom of the first. You're right. They got to stop throwing him that high fastball. That's his pitch. That is PCA's pitch. I like Gavin Sheets here today, though. I think that's probably your best option for a home run in this game. Royals also just don't hit home runs. Second last in the league, only 53. So, but yeah, Gavin Sheets is probably my favorite option in this game. Machado looks good for everything, though. You could take Machado for anything. I wouldn't take him for a home run, really. Not at 330. But Machado looks good for hits, runs, RBIs, total bases. Machado might get 2 hits today. I do like Machado overall. Arise is okay. Doesn't match up that well, but against Lorenzen, Machado really does match up the best. And Gavin Sheets for a home run. Guardians, A's. Against Jeffrey Springs, unfortunately, nobody, outside of Jose Ramirez and maybe Carlos Santana, nobody really hits well against lefties on the Guardians. 250 is okay for Quan, but he's not a power guy. David Fry at 130 is terrible. He probably won't even play. Ramirez 389 is great. Santana 242 solid, and then 214, 179, 235, 217, nothing. I think Ramirez is good here for everything. You could take him for any general prop. 6.65 is a good matchup here against Springs. He does have a home run. He's only 1 for 6, only hit being a home run. His power numbers versus lefties are pretty low. 1.43 total bases per hit, not great. But he's really good against fastballs. He's even against a slider. And then he's really good against changeup, which are the 3 pitches he's going to see. So I like Ramirez today. I think he's good for everything. It is a small ballpark, so he could hit a home run here. I don't love him at 290. Plus 390 is okay. I just still don't love him for a home run. Jose Ramirez has been pretty inconsistent with those. How many homers does he have versus lefties? Only 2. Only 2. So J-Ram for me today is total bases or HRR or hits. Possibly 2 hits even. Could be solid for Jose Ramirez today. Could be good value. On the other side, Jacob Wilson matches up really well here. 7.8 out of 10. His home run isn't huge. He hit one last night. I don't know if he's going back-to-back games with one, but I like him for everything. Jacob Wilson, you can take for everything today. Lawrence Butler is a neutral matchup. Same with Brent Rooker. Kurtz, his matchup isn't great, but his home run probability is really good. I do have Kurtz on the 1 to 1,000 challenge. He hits really hard. Slugging's good. 10% of his at-bats about are home runs versus righties. Against Bibby, he's pretty good against a fastball, and he's pretty good against a slider. And he's pretty good against changeup. So as long as he doesn't just get curveballs the whole time, he should be pretty good. He's got some pitches he could hunt. 2 walk-off homers in a week? Yeah, that's crazy. I like him today to keep going, especially with this pitch mix here. He can hunt sliders and he can hunt changeups for sure. The fastball, he's okay against fastball. It's not bad. Yeah, I do like Kurtz today for everything, specifically a home run. Maybe you could take Rooker, but I feel like Rooker's odds are cooked. Plus 400 is actually not bad for Rooker. I just don't love the matchup for him today. But it's not bad. Jacob Wilson, if you want, at plus 1,000, if you want him to go back-to-back games with a home run, it's definitely doable. At plus 1,000, it's worth a shot if you really want to. Problem is he's not good. The only pitch he's kind of bad against is the fastball. And that's what Bibby throws. So, interesting. Keep nuking him until they cook his odds. Yeah. I'm shocked it's plus 1,000. I'll be honest. I'm pretty shocked about that. I would have figured they'd have him at like plus 600, plus 650. Plus 1,000 is pretty crazy. So, Kurtz is good. Wilson's good for a flyer. But I like a lot of these guys. They match up pretty well. Wilson, specifically, you could take for anything today. Nats Dodgers. Nats Dodgers. Mackenzie Gore. Oof. Versus Kershaw. Oof. Really good pitchers here. Weather is good today. Yes, it's hot. It's very humid. It's gonna be good probably for like the rest of the month. It's very humid. Maybe even into we're getting into like the good home run months. High humidity. It's what you want. High humidity, low wind. It's what you want. And we're right in the middle of all that summertime weather. So, Mackenzie Gore versus Kershaw. This is honestly a pretty tough matchup for hitters. Um, James Wood. I just don't think Kershaw. He doesn't give up home runs. He never has. Kershaw's not even in his old age. He doesn't give up home runs. So I'm not really interested. I mean, I guess you could take Alex Call for a hit, maybe James Wood for a hit, Ahmed Rosario for a hit, but that's about it. Shohei for a home run doesn't look good either against Gore. The real only options that I would like today for home runs against Gore, Teoscar Hernandez. He's got good history against him. He does have a home run. He hits lefties for 2.11 total bases per hit, 383, 5 homers, and 47 at bats. I mean, he mashes lefties. He really does. So he's a good option. Will Smith, he's all right. He's done really bad against Gore in his career, though, so I don't love him. Strikes out way too much versus them. He does hit well against them, so he could be okay for a hit today, maybe. But and then Tommy Edman versus lefties, always a high power hitter versus lefties. But my favorite here is Teoscar Hernandez. Really the only guy, and he's on my 1/1000 right below my head here, right below the head here, 1/1000. You got Teoscar Hernandez. His pitch mix isn't great here. That's the only thing that's a little worrisome, but nobody's is that good. Even Shohei is only a 6 out of 10. Gore's a great pitcher, so yeah. First game looks really good. A lot of Cubs look great. And then Red Sox Giants. This one's probably a no home run game. This is realistically bad weather. It's hard to hit a home run in San Fran. It's right on the water. Always a lot of wind. It's also really deep. It's hard to get a home run out anyways. So nobody on the Red Sox. I mean, there's no point in taking Boston for home runs right now. I mean, what are they? They're actually 8th in the league right now, 92, but they just lost their biggest home run hitter. So, and then San Fran, where do they match up here? It's 24th. Yeah. There's just nobody that looks good in this game. This one, I have no interest in this game at all. So, 3-3, really low scoring, bad home run weather. Not interested. You missed the first game. I'll just quickly go back into it. I really like Kyle Tucker today, Pico Armstrong, and Seiya Suzuki for anything. Kyle for a home run, and PCA for a home run, and Seiya for a home run all look good. You could even take Michael Busch or even Carson Kelly. So there's 5 guys on the Cubs that I like for home runs today. PCA and Kyle are my favorites. Seiya, I mean, all 3 of these guys are pretty even, actually, in my eyes. PCA's got the best probability. Tucker's got the best pitch mix rating. But these are all really good home run options today. I like Carson Kelly as a sneaky pick today, though. I really do. So, on the other side, Cal Raleigh, that's about it. All right, now let me show you something here. This is why today's a tough slate. Pitch mix ratings. The highest we have today is a 7.8. We have 0 people with a great matchup. Great matchup would be an 8 and above. 7.8 is a favorable matchup. So we have 0 great matchups today. Hate to see that. You hate to see that. But that's just a product of Friday. I mean, today's a day with a lot of good pitchers. You got Zach Wheeler, Mackenzie Gore, Clayton Kershaw, Jacob Mizorowski. So many good pitchers today. So I'm not really surprised. Not really surprised by that. But it's unfortunate. If we look at home runs, I mean, Pete Crow's number 1, Judge, Kurtz, Green, Grisham, Cam Smith, Teo. Highest we have today is a 31% chance, and that's PCA. So, yeah, today's definitely a day to go find some of those long shot players I talked about. Today's definitely a day to take some long shot guys. I mean, if you look at my 1/1000 slip, it's a bunch of... If you look at like on the ticker that's going across the screen, I mean, I wouldn't say it's a bunch of randoms, but it's a bunch of like guys that I usually wouldn't put on a home run slip. we're not all together on the same slip. You know what I mean? So I mean, maybe today's the day. Maybe today is the day. But yeah, these pitch mixes are tough. In short, they're tough. Probably gonna see a lot of strikeouts. Yeah, look at all these guys projected over 1 strikeout. We got 20. Let's see how if we go to 50. We have 50 players. Okay, so at least 50 guys striking out today. We have 100 people projected to strike out. A lot of good pitchers today. 100 players projected at least 1 strikeout here in this column on the right side. Incredible. Lots of people see that 23-mile-an-hour winds in San Francisco, and I don't know, man. The weather model I use says negative 29% home run compared to league average or compared to average situations. So also, it's just, I mean, if anybody, I guess maybe Devers will, right? He's got a good pitch mix. That's what I would rely on for that game. Devers maybe gets his first one as a Giant today. Could see that, but I'm sure his odds are cooked. Oops. What did I just do? Okay. Devers, yeah, his odds are cooked. 285. Kind of crazy. Kyle Tucker, though, today. LE2. I mean, yeah, you could find some gems here. If you want to go just off of pitch mix, you could maybe find some, but yeah, it is difficult. Exactly. It's difficult to hit one there for sure, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm just not going to, here's the way I do it. When I'm betting on home runs, I want to rely on data to like give me good decisions. There's always, every single day and in every single game, there's going to be people who hit home runs that you don't expect to. You know what I mean? That you would not have predicted to do that. Some people will be like, oh, well, how did you not have, Tyler Heineman hitting a home run or whatever? It's like, okay, come on now. Or how did you not see that guy? Whatever. But like at the end of the day, I'm going to rely on the data, the weather, the pitching matchups, and I'm going to use my best educated guess compared to how the odds stack up to make sure that it's worth the value. And if it's not, it's not. You know what I mean? Yesterday was extremely successful with that. This was the top pitch mix ratings yesterday. Aaron Judge was a 10 out of 10. He ended up hitting a double. He actually didn't hit a home run. I think it's, I don't know where it is. But he was plus 160. This was Aaron Judge yesterday. 109 miles an hour, 395 feet. Ended up being a double, not a homer. But you're not taking Judge at plus 160. It's not good value for the odds, right? And that's why I specifically say here. Based on pitch mix rating and odds value, right? So if we look at that, Wensil and Jemai didn't do much, but they're small sample size guys. Suarez hit a home run. Trent hit a home run. James Wood hit a home run. Goldschmidt hit a home run. Even Jacob Wilson down here ended up hitting a home run. That's 5 out of 10. That is 5 out of 10. That's an insane ratio for this model, right? So that's why I rely on the data because it works. It works. And we talked about these guys. If you look at the YouTube video from yesterday, I told you I loved Suarez. I told you I loved Wood, and I told you I loved Goldschmidt. I said Grisham was good, but I said I loved these 3 guys, and they all hit one. Today, I just don't really see that, unfortunately, with this pitch mix. But it is what it is. I'll quickly go through the games, just talk about who I like. So I like the Cubs to win this one. Rangers should win that game. Tigers Rays is too close. Orioles Yankees, I would lean Yankees with Fried on the mound. White Sox Jays, yeah, Jays are going to win that one. Phillies Mets, this is tough because Tidwell just has such a small sample size. Maybe he's dominant today, but it's Wheeler on the mound, so I feel like you got to ride with the Phillies. 50-50 for the Cardinals. Brewers Twins, too close to call as well because I don't know if Mizorowski's going to be as good as he was in his first start because he was pretty much perfect. D-backs Rockies, honestly, too close to call. That should just be a really high-scoring game. And the Rockies have been playing really well, actually. Astros Angels. Astros should win that game based on Hunter Brown just dominating the pitch mix. Padres Royals. We'll see if Tatis plays. I would lean Padres, but not really interested in a low-scoring game like that. Guardians A's. Would lean Guardians here, but A's could open it up. I just don't feel confident in that one. Nationals, Dodgers, 2 really good pitchers. If the Nats are ever going to win a game against the Dodgers, it's with Gore on the mound, but Kershaw's good too, so that one's a stay away from me, and then Red Sox, Giants is also a fade. So, all right, chat. That is going to be the stream. I'm going to end this. I'm going to upload it to YouTube, so once again, if you want to see it later, go subscribe to the YouTube. It's in the chat right now. There's the link. Also, if you haven't signed up for Player Profit yet, please go sign up for Player Profit. You guys are missing out on being able to use other people's money to bet. It's extremely easy. You pull up Player Profit. You've passed the challenges, which we help you do in the Discord. And then you have an account with money in it, and you can bet with however you want, right? So I'll go make a bet right now on... I'll make a bet right now on the Cubs on one of my accounts. This is like my... whatever, $2,000 on the Cubs today, right? Put that out there. You place the pick. Now I just bet $2,000 on it. If it wins, I keep 70% of this. Well, whatever the profit is, $1,300. I keep 70% of that. So it's a great way to, instead of, let me just actually click on this one time and show you. So instead of using your own money here, let's say you have $200 to put into $250 to put into a DraftKings account. Instead of putting $250 into a DraftKings account where you can lose $250 betting like $20 a game, you can put $250 to get a $10,000 account where you're betting $100 up to $500 per game. So it's just a way better way to have higher units without having to use your own money. The only money you can lose is how much you pay for the account if you blow the account up. So really good option. A lot of people are doing 100K accounts. It's $1,000, which for some people is a lot of money. For other people, they put that in their account anyway. And in this point, you're able to use $1,000 units. So you pay $1,000 and that becomes your unit size, right? So every bet you make at $1,000, you're probably walking away with $700 profit if you win. So if you're a good sports bettor with straights, with money lines, totals, player props, whatever, you should probably be doing this for your straights instead of putting $1,000 of your own money and doing $10 units, $20 units, $100 units, you know? Instead of doing a $100 unit, you're doing a $1,000 unit. So join Player Profit if you haven't yet. And yeah, good stream. I will probably go live. You guys should set notifications and expect me to go live tonight once lineups come out. So around, what time here? Game start at 6:40 really outside of this Cubs game. Yeah, so probably around 5:30 p.m. Eastern time. I probably will go live again today. So that one will not be on YouTube. This one right here will be on YouTube. I'll catch y'all later. Have a good day and good luck.